Hi, hello and welcome. In this video, I will talk about homelessness, both in Germany and in the United States, and anywhere else in the world. To be honest, my solution to end homelessness is always the same. And maybe there are other methods as well, but one method I want to present to you in this video um, is my first idea how to solve this, because I think, and that's important, everyone should have the fundamental right for a place to live, a house, a flat, an apartment, anything. And many of you may say that's not right and so on, but that's my opinion. Write me in the comment what you think. I think it is a fundamental right everyone should have. Yeah, please subscribe and like the video. In this video I just watched, I'm not sure where I was,
overabundance of homes that
yeah, where was this here? I show it to you.
sounds pretty bad that we don't just do it, right? Well, what if I told you we could give
Let's continue here.
each of them 24 homes? Earlier we mentioned there are over 650,000 unhoused people in the US. There are over 16 million vacant homes that could be utilized to around
So there are 16 million empty houses in the United States, as an example, and around 600,000 homeless people. So it's a very simple solution. Give everyone from the 1,600,000 people a home when there are 16 million empty houses. And there's a point I want to make. I think it should be illegal to have empty houses if there are people on the street and which don't have a house or a home or a place to live. And so my solution would be that the police goes around and checks all the houses. You can also create new institutions to do this. It must not be the police, but just example. Checks every house from house to house, and check if it's an empty house, if someone lives in it, and then starts the process of if it's an empty house, maybe someone is not home or they are on holidays or so, on vacation. So check every house and verify if it's an empty house or not, if someone lives in it. And if no one lives in it, it is and the person who owns this house has already a house or lives somewhere else, then give the house somewhere else. It is then I think it should be first taken into the property of the state, like the government, and then give for free or for a certain rent, I don't know, to people who don't have a house or can't or to pay too much for their current home. I think, of course, first the people who live on the street should get access to the new houses, and for free, of course, then, because they can't pay for anything. If they can later pay for the rent or pay a rent, if they have a job. But for the beginning, they should get the access to it for free, of course. And then maybe someone can also, because it's state property, the homes in which were taken by the people who don't who already have a house. Maybe someone from the government or from the new institution, the agency, can then check once in a while the house if I mean, of course, they don't want that the house gets destroyed or there's damage or so. I don't think that it will be such a big problem, but maybe someone should check this either way. And then if the person then finds a job, the ex-homeless person finds a job, then they can, of course, also start paying rent or so. I in general think maybe all apartments, all flats, all houses should be state property. So no one needs to pay too much in rent, and because all around the world, and not just in New York City, Los Angeles, Berlin, other big cities, a big city in my country, and big cities in the US, or in London, in Paris, or so. I think in many big cities, and the rents are going very high, and it's very expensive, and it's very difficult to pay for something. So I think all apartments, all flats, all houses should be state property. So, but that's something we can also do later. At first, everyone, especially the empty houses, it's so outraging that there are empty houses at the same time when there are people on the street living and get brutalized. In the example in the United States, sometimes from the police. So it's disgusting, pathetic, and we need to do something. It is a very bad sign of a society that something like this happens. And I'm sure there are examples in Germany as well. Maybe no examples of police officers killing homeless persons. Maybe they are. I could imagine it, but there are homeless people in Germany. There are homeless people in France, in many countries, and we should try our best to solve this problem in a productive way, and not just let's. I mean, there are already programs in all of these countries, in Germany and in the US, but I think they're inefficient, and especially if there are empty houses, it is disgusting that at the same time people live in the street, maybe even right next to the empty houses or apartment buildings, just because some stupid, disgusting capitalists want to make more money in the future. There are other ways to make money. Have a company, have it be productive and successful. I am still against many of the things which are also allowed, but we don't even need to go to a communist society or socialist society. We just need to do something against this kind of I mean, against people living on the street. And then also there were examples in the video earlier here. I'm not sure if that's the spot.
And trespassing. Bloody history of Lancaster. Temperatures is unconscionable and tantamount to attempted murder. While this particular horror is confined to just one county in California, there's another.
I just watched the videos. There is this architecture, this where benches are designed in an array, for example, public benches and parkets or so, that homeless people can't sleep on them. And there are also examples of this in Germany, and it's disgusting. It's trying to solve the problem from a very cruel point of view. But yeah, watch the video. The second thought is amazing. GT, I love you. You're amazing. Comrade, fellow socialist, and I learned a lot in your videos. And to my people who watch this, please subscribe to him. And yeah, tell me in the comments what you think of my idea. I think it would be very efficient. Just let the police do something useful, and for example in the United States, not brutalize black people or people from other minorities, and go from house to house and check whether someone lives in there, or seize it for the government. In other countries we can do the same, and we should do the same. I think it should not be permitted to earn money through owning hundreds of houses, or I mean, maybe some I have a good explanation, because they want to earn 2 houses or 2 apartments, because they always work in one city for a few days and in the other city for a few days. So there are exceptions, but in general, it is then the task of this agency to find this out. It should not be permitted to have more than one house, more than one apartment. And yeah, that's my point. I think it's a good point. I think it's efficient. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in politics, in hearing about this, and like the video. I will also make another video today, I think, but That's this video I had to do. I watched this video and I was so disgusted by the policies the United States did in the past and also today sometimes. It's and of course it's just an example of the United States. The problem exists in other countries as well, and the solution is also in my opinion the same. Takes the houses, takes the empty houses, empty apartment buildings, and distribute them to the people in need. And then, from a legal point of view, you can then later give even if I think you should not give them kind of the people who own the apartment or the flat give them some money also because you took the apartment, but they already have an apartment, so they were making money hopefully, or maybe before this, and but yeah, no one should struggle. So if someone really needs money, and this was he took debts to buy an apartment building to then rent it to other people, maybe you should forgive the debts. So I don't know. There are issues still there, but the first solution would be to distribute the houses, the empty apartments, to the people in need, and then we try to resolve other issues which arise out of this. Thank you for watching, and we see each other again in the next video.